America awards her killers, and they get ribbons and stripes and bars. I'm sensitive to the pain and suffering of the loss of life on that train, but I'm one of the rebellious slaves. And so when black people stand up out of pain and suffering and frustration, I understand after 500 years.
Mohammed, can you please tell me why it's blacks who are killing hundreds of thousands of blacks in Rwanda and other places? And can you please tell me why from Haiti, blacks from Haiti are just risking their lives to come here to the United States of America?
I'll tell you if I get a chance. Black people have been robbed, as I said earlier, of a knowledge of self. And when you rob people, sir, of a knowledge of self, then it means that they start to take on the characteristics and the nature of their oppressor and their colonizer. And his mind, by automatic, systematic, remote control, rules in our people. He gives them the guns and the weapons and the drugs and the alcohol, the way you did our brothers, the red man and the red woman, brothers and sisters, the way you did our Latino brothers and sisters, and then you pit one against the other and then say, look at what these people are doing.
Adolf Hitler perpetrated the Holocaust.
May I have your attention, please? Thank you.
Adolf Hitler perpetrated the Holocaust on 11 million people that died, 6 million of which were Jews, 5 million were others. Am I to understand that you would very much support his way of doing things, and him for that matter?
Sir, this is not reverse racism nor discrimination that you could tie into your statement on Hitler. If the slave master is whipping the slave and blood is running down the slave's back, and that's incidentally where the term cracker comes from the cracker man who was had the crack of the whip on the slave's back. But if the slave takes the slave master's whip from him and starts whipping the slave master with his own whip, that is not reverse racism, that is not reverse discrimination, that is the slave getting out from under the yoke of bondage and oppression. I don't advocate what Hitler has done before the world. Hitler's struggle. I went to the Holocaust Memorial Museum and I tried to separate Hitler as a freak of nature from the rest of white people. But after all that we have gone through, I know that there's a little bit of Hitler in all white people and a lot of Hitler.
And we'll be back in just a moment.
To the Jewish brother up there, well, not brother, but the Jewish man. What about Goldstein, who slaughtered 39 Palestinians and became a Jewish hero? Publicly, rabbis said what about the fingernails, Dr. Khalid?
Said that the rabbi said that the fingernail of one Jew was worth more than all of the Arabs in the world, and the New York Times ran the lead story with the photo showing the Jews filing past his grave.
Yes.
They not only called him a hero, but a saint.
Yes, may I make this point, Mr. Mohammed? The atrocity perpetrated by Goldstein was roundly and publicly condemned by the entire leadership of the Jewish community in America, as well as the leaders of the state of Israel.
Let me ask you this.
They publicly condemned that action, and I can't even get you to look into the camera and convey even the remotest notion that you have in your heart some love for two Jews who died trying to save black people in the South. I speak of
You cannot get me to look into the camera and do that. Yeah.
May I ask you to kindly speak to that?
You cannot get me.
Hello brothers and sisters, welcome back to the channel. I'm hoping that you are doing great from wherever you're watching this video from. As you know, I'm your host and presenter Agent Stories. Now, there's a video that Khalid Mohammed talked about. See, we have names that when you hear them, you know that they'll not just go free down on human history, especially when you talk about the black history. Khalid Mohammed has been instrumental, apart from controversial issues between him and Minister Louis Farrakhan. But trust me, both of them are good in their own ways. In an interview which was done in 1994, Khalid Mohammed said some visionary things that we are seeing them happening today. And somehow I term it the word, I'll use the word prophetic. Khalid Muhammad was prophetic because he said one word: America rewards lunatics. America rewards killers. America rewards people who are chaotic. America rewards people who doesn't have respect for human life. And we've seen all this coming down throughout the history. I mean, through Epstein, through the president of the United States. So you ask yourself this question: did these people knew something that we don't know, that they were trying to let us know, but somehow or somewhere we never tried to give them our minds, or how we think, or how we thought about all these things and how they happened. So brothers and sisters, I think this is an important video because everything that he says, trust me, if you're a person who is following keenly what's happening currently in the United States, remember, this was an interview that was done in 1994. And it was a debate, a good debate, that Khalid Muhammad was trying to stand for black people and trying to tell them that the problem is not black America. You guys are just scapegoating. You're just using black people as a collateral damage. But very well, you all know very well that you are the cause. You're the primary cause of the problem. You're the primary cause of all this mess that is happening around the world. Right? When you talk about the authors of chaos, when you talk about the authors of violence, we all know the group of people that we are talking about. So brothers and sisters, well, this is important. Up front, I just want us to think about this video because this was somehow prophetic of the things we are currently seeing happening. So just please let me know what you all think about this. I mean, I just want you to let me know about this. So let us watch the video. You know, I'll be back. I'll be giving my thoughts in regards to this. And for those watching me for the first time, you know, I'm asking you to please subscribe to the channel, join the membership, and really get to what I can offer you. For those who are always supporting, watching, subscribing, liking, man, I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful for the support that you all are giving me, because without you, I really don't know. But let's watch the video. I'll be back with my thoughts and commentaries in regards to this.
To look into the camera and show love for two Jews. I don't even know them. I live with this pain and suffering every day among my own people. Look at our babies. They're in the Oakland, in the Bay Area. They're watching Schindler's List. You have your Schindler's List, but for us it's been a swindler's list because someone is attempting to steal our birthright. They stopped the movie. Take our babies out of the movie as though it's such a moral outrage. And then Spielberg comes in. The governor comes in. What about the statements of the Jew Howard Stern, the comedian Jackie Mason? What about Moshe Dayan? What about the fact that members of the Senate have made racist comments and Congress, and they were voting against me, but they were not brought up by their own colleagues in that so-called august body?
Yes.
Hello. What I'd like to point out is, just as you said that you can't judge all black people by one person, you can't judge white people by just Hitler. What you have to realize is that we're in a diverse nation, which is America, and we have a lot to learn from everybody in this room. I feel I do. From all black people, all white people, and anyone else who happens to be in this room with me. America's the first.
Briefly, sir.
Yes, sir. Mr. Mohammed, could you please tell me, does Islam believe in Judaism and Christianity? And under Islam, are Jews and Christians are people of the book? Do you believe that? And further, do you believe, sir, that one people and one book sent by the same one God? And you referred to the people up front that they are your brothers. Is it possible, Mohammed, Mr. Mohammed, that I am your brother also? And is it also possible that we are brothers truly responsible for each other? Is that possible?
The Holy Quran says that the messenger of God believes in what has been revealed, and so do the believers. And I am a believer. In Islam, we believe in one God whose personal and proper name is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that one God, we believe, sent all the prophets and the great ones in the great line of divine, and we believe in all of the revealed scriptures. I don't know you, sir. I could feel that if you were attempting to live according to the law of God, then you might be my brother in the faith, but not my brother by nature.
Mr. Mohammed, are you aware, Mr. Mohammed, that the courts-martial system on or about or in or about World War II condemned many black sailors for their involvement in handling munitions, where many of them died as a result of their handling these munitions? Would you believe, Mr. Mohammed, that the Jewish war veterans that I'm proud to represent took this issue on, and we have condemned the United States Navy as it relates to the deaths of these sailors, and we have condemned them for their continuance dishonorable discharge of these black sailors? I ask you, Mr. Mohammed, what have you done on this specific issue?
Well, it's kind of difficult to believe you on anything, but I would say this, that I do know that during that same war, that America was, as is today, so racist until the German officers, when they were captured, could eat in the same mess hall and have the same accommodations as the white American officers. But the black troops were segregated, couldn't come into that mess hall unless they were scrubbing the floors and washing dishes. So it was a white man honoring another white man, though one was American and one was German, and they were supposed to be enemies. There was still a tie that was able to bind the two together.
And we'll be back in just a moment. You want to show that? What is that? Is that a...
It's a black man being burned alive with an audience like this cheering and applauding and tiptoeing to get in the picture.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, hi.
Yes.
I'm representing Queens College, and everyone is talking about what's been denied, but the problem that we have as students is our history is not being taught in the textbooks. And by me being a student and a citizen of America, I would like to know, when is that time going to come so you can learn about my history and understand my people? We are not in your books.
Yes. Sir.
Yes, Phil, I like to say that, you know, what he's saying is being backed up by Jewish scholars as well. This is not only the information that Khalid has. Jewish scholars have the information. I'm from Fort Worth, Texas. He came to Fort Worth, Texas, where the police department is killing black men wholesale. 6 black men have been killed in less than a year. But through his effort, there's been a change on the gang members' part in our community. So we appreciate Brother Khalid.
Yes, sir.
Being an educated college person, I see that you can always bring up events like this where people have been killed in mass murders from all people. Let's learn off the past and not make high school comments like yours and put down Hitler-like manners and try to form peace and learn off the past and from the future.
Sir, you wanted to say. Sir.
Right here.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to see us lay to rest this whole notion of anti-Semitism. The one thing that it is an incorrect statement, because the whole idea of a Semite, Semites were people who lived in southwestern Asia, including northeast Africa and the Arabian Peninsula, who spoke Ugaritic, who spoke Ge'ez, who spoke Ethiopic, spoke Hebrew, who spoke Arabic. Those are our people. We are a Semitic people. Therefore, we cannot be anti-Semitic. Ashkenazic Jews are calling us anti-Semitic. We cannot be anti-Semitic because we are the descendants of a Semitic people. Let's lay that to rest. That was a weapon in the hands of the Jews since 1870. They used it against other people, but it doesn't work against people in Northeast Africa. Thank you.
Beautiful. Sir,
I get it. Beautiful. I can't believe exactly what I'm hearing. We went to war in World War II to fight for the freedom of speech. We didn't fight for a freedom of speech of hatred. Many of our members, I'm the National Commander of Jewish War Veterans, and over 50,000 of our men died. They're fighting for your right to free speech here now. I don't understand why you come out with such hatred.
Phil, excuse me, Phil.
Mr. Mohammed. Sir.
You make me sick to my stomach with that. Because at the same time that you were fighting, you were not fighting for the freedom and independence of black people. soldiers, black soldiers in segregated companies lost their lives on foreign soil there, but would have to come back and fight just to get a bite to eat and not have to go to the toilet on the side of the road somewhere in the bushes. So you're nothing but hypocrites, and you won't pull that small-time stuff over on me.
Yes, ma'am.
Why don't we talk about how the merchant Jews come into our black neighborhoods and they suck the life and the money out of our neighborhoods and put it back into their neighborhoods?
Yes. Briefly, sir. Briefly.
First of all, I'd like to say peace to all the gods and the earths and all the people that came here to represent. Brother Khalid is definitely a true warrior in the cause of black struggle. What I'd like to say as a young black youth is that I feel that America has subjected me to a Holocaust. You understand? From all my ancestors all the way back to even right now, Rodney King, the brother Staten Island, all we've been subject to is death and destruction here. And as far as Jewish people, in the Bible it say that ye are of the synagogue of Satan. And I'd like to ask you people, why do you feel that you have cornered the market on sympathy, and why can't you feel the pain of the black Holocaust? Why do you think that when we say the black Holocaust that it's some blasphemous statement? I'd like for y'all to address that.
Yes.
All right. Beautiful.
First of all, sir. Yes, first of all, with regard to the last speaker, the NAACP was partially founded by Jews. But now I'll get to my question. All right, now let me just say one final point.
Go ahead.
Eldridge Cleaver once said, if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. And I'd like to just end this show, hopefully, by some positive note and ask Khalid if perhaps he'd tell us what his real agenda is. Is it just to go out and try to talk about hating people, or are we going to have a race war, or are we going to have cooperation? We're going to try to work together.
Yes, thank you for the question. I'll give you an opportunity to answer that question when we come back in just a moment. To our agreement with Khalid Mohammed, I'm pleased to share this number with you. This is the Black African Holocaust Council 800 number. 1-800-859-0170. I say again, this 800 number is 859-0170, the Black African Holocaust Council. The gentleman has a question of Mr. Mohammed. Are we going to preach hate? Are we going to have a race war? Where are we going, and what would you like to do to promote where you think we should go?
We are taught by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan to show courtesy, respect, and kindness, to be polite to all people as long as they are courteous, respectful, kind, and polite to us. That's right. But we must look at the fact that we don't teach hatred. Everywhere we go as black people, we face hatred. Look at it. Look at it. Angel food cake, white people say, is white. Devil's food cake, you say, is black. You wear white to weddings and black to funerals. Blackball, blackmail. You give us a blonde-haired, blue-eyed, pale-skinned, buttermilk complexion Jesus in contradiction to the black Jesus with nappy hair in the Bible. Our own babies, according to behavioral scientists, our baby girls, when confronted with choosing between a black doll and a white doll, there has been so much damage done, they choose the white doll and say the black doll is ugly. So racism is everywhere, and it's institutionalized. We cannot really be racist because racism is prejudice plus power. Nothing I say up here nor anywhere in the world will impact, stop fronting, will impact on any white folks in this audience, on your job, in politics, in economics, in housing, in the society. We don't have the power to do that, so we cannot be racist. You know what I'm saying?
I would just like to say to this gentleman, I would like to say to this gentleman and all other people who are not blessed with melanin at this point in time, to understand that what has happened in our history is that you have been misinformed as much as we have been misinformed. Much of the information that is brought forth, not only from Dr. Mohammed, but other areas, other scholars, are not available to you, as the sister said, in your curriculums that you have for 400 years when you did not allow us to read and write and was being hidden. Whether you, sir, personally did that or not,
not, it was a legacy that was passed on to you. And I end by saying the Holocaust is simply the greatest atrocity on film. Ours was not filmed. Thank you.
Yes. I don't understand Islam. I am a Christian.
May I have your attention, please?
Certainly. But I am a Christian, and you mentioned Jesus. And let's go back historically and see what Jesus did. Jesus died for me, and he died for you. Jesus is a God that loves all men, and all men are created equal.
I just wanted to answer the gentleman over here's question. This young man wants to answer you. With respect to the race war, there will be a battle between black and white. And I fast and pray today that God, Allah, in his good time, remove all white folks from the planet Earth.
And we'll be back in just a moment.
I feel the gentleman over there made an incorrect statement. That really was not necessary. That's all.
Okay. Seconds left. Second. Yes, ma'am.
I just want to say
Yes, ma'am.
that my love and loyalty goes to Dr. Mohammed. And sister over here is a little lost. She got the contact lenses and, you know, the fake lenses, but we won't go into that. You know, it's no news. All right. My point is, there is, you know, we seem to be attacking issues that really have no relevance. This is one man making a statement that is factual, like brothers and sisters said. These are in the books written by Jewish scholars, not by him. He's just quoting, and we're attacking him. So, what's the name of this book, brother, please?
Secret Relationship Between Blacks and Jews.
Okay.
Yes. I have time only to thank you all. One question for the white audience that's watching this. A lot of times they ask, what can they do to help this situation? And I feel that they should go over to their people and represent this issue the same way this brother puts his life on the line for us. They should be doing the same thing, because otherwise it's going to be a one-sided view. They need to reach their people as well.
Yes.
What I'd like to know is, what do they say to the KKK, the skinheads, the Nazis? They're so worried about this one brother. What about them?
Well, I don't know whether you want to suggest that all white folks support the KKK.
Well, enough of them do.
Yes. Yeah.
Nobody says anything about, nobody disputes the facts or his facts. His facts are right and exact, and no scholar will debate Dr. Khalid, because Dr. Khalid is right.
I'm going to answer that lady's question. Half of the white population does not support KKK. But this gentleman up here is throwing prejudice towards white people only, and it's unfair.
Yes, my thing is, if what he's saying is not true, let's bring somebody forward to prove him to be a liar.
Hello brothers and sisters, welcome back to the channel. I'm hoping that you are doing great. We'll all agree that everything that Khalid Muhammad talked about, because he called out white America for causing problems and using black people as the people who cause all these problems. And he tells the truth. Majority of the time, there's something hidden beneath all the blames that is usually given to black people. World wars, chaos, all these things, it goes down in history. And we know who are the cause of all this craziness, of all this madness that is going on, brothers and sisters. We all know how it goes. We all know how it ever did and how it ever gone down. So, as an African who is watching this video, like this year, I'm getting to learn and I'm getting to really see that indeed black people tried to tell us to listen to black visionaries like Khalid Muhammad. So this prophetic message that he gave, man, it was really, really important and still really relevant to what's happening to the United States today. When you just observe it keenly, you get to understand that it talks about the things that are important, things that affect the United States, until today, one of the most profound visionaries, because everything that he describes in this video, everything that he talks about in this video, really describes a perfect description of what America is. America is an anomy. America is a place of pain. America is a place of where the top 1% controls the 99% of the world that the 99% work to produce. These are a group of people that are inhuman. At the end of the day, it's about profits. At the end of the day, it's about collecting more money. At the end of the day, it's about creating wars that benefit the few. Because when you ask yourself, how does these wars benefit America? Well, it doesn't benefit the citizens of the United States. It is because all these induced wars, they are induced wars to facilitate government spending. So when they facilitate government spending, it means that money is going to the pockets of some few oligarchs. I'll call them oligarchs because they control and own 99% of the wealth in the United States. Well, the 99% of the people own 1% of. I don't know if you're seeing the juxtaposition between the two, and I hope it makes sense to you, because that's really what's happening, and that's really what people should be talking about. That's what's up, and that's what's really happening. So, and I'll say it again. Props to Khalid Mohammed. He talked about this many years ago, 20 plus years ago. But hey, look, do you think that the United States has improved since he talked about it? Well, I think what's happening is that it keeps on getting worse. Every damn time. It keeps on getting worse. And worse. And worse. And worse. But we had visionaries who warned us. Who warned about the United States. They warned and they told us about all this. So brothers and sisters, I really don't know what you think and feel about this. But I just want to know your opinion in regards to this, because I believe that it's important for us to have these constructive discussions and reflect on the things that are happening right now and just see the truth, right? It is the moment of the truth. And we all deserve to know the truth. The truth was shared. The truth stands with us. We know the truth. So I just want to know your opinion in regards to this. Please, 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 let me know your opinion in regards to this. It is important that we know, that we get to understand how these things work and how it has always been working. Things have never been working in the favor of black people. But black people will always be put in the middle of the chaos that these people create. So brothers and sisters, in the comment section, just let me know what you all think about this, right? It's crazy that we are in the year 2026 and we are here talking about the same problems that were happening so many years ago. It's crazy, right? So please let me know what you all think about this. As you know, I'm your host and presenter Stories, but until then, let me see you in my next video. Peace, love, and harmony. Salute.